All right, dream team. Wonderful to see you all today. Thank you for being here. Welcome to BC Lung, Breathe Right. You guys look very perky and energized today. This is going to be fantastic. All right, quick safety spiel. Let's make sure we have a nice clear space around us to exercise in, nothing to step on or trip over. A sturdy chair is quite important. No wheelies. Solid footwear or bare feet to help with our grip. And then just a reminder that you are all here and are in charge of your own intensity. So you want to take accountability for what you can do. I'm going to give lots of variations, and the goal is to make it challenging and doable. Okay. Let's start with a little bit of breath work. So we're going to start with our just slow, steady belly breathing. Hand on belly, hand on chest. We're going to inhale. Think about deepening our inhale, filling up the belly, and then exhaling through pursed lips. Inhale, fill up the belly. Exhale through pursed lips. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to count out 3 breaths with a 4-second inhale and 6-second exhale count. If that's not a doable count for you, you just change it. We're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. We're going to take one hand and just reach across to our opposite knee. Other hand can go on the hip. And we're just going to sit up tall. We're going to gently turn to look over our shoulder or to wherever is comfortable for you. And we're just going to hold there for a breath cycle. So we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale one more time, exhale to relax and face forward. Then we're going the other way. Hand to knee, hand to hip, gently turning and holding. We inhale, exhale, inhale again, and exhale to relax. Brilliant. Now we're just going to finish up with our cat-cow. So hands on knees, inhale, pulling the elbows back, gently lifting the chest into an arch. Exhale to slide the hands down the knees, gently rounding through the upper back. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round, and 2 more cycles. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Last one, inhale to arch. And exhale to round. Good, and relax there. So remember, throughout class, there's going to be seated and standing variations, and you decide what's best for you. We're going to start with hands down low. We're going to start with just a couple wrist circles. And if you would like to start moving your feet, whether you're seated or standing, you're more than welcome to. And whatever direction we're circling the wrists, we're just going to change the direction there. We're going to circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to put thumbs to elbow, and we're going to start circling through either this short arm, one at a time. And if it feels good for you and you would prefer to lengthen the arm and do a full arm circle, you are more than welcome to. So decide what's best for your body as we go throughout class today. We're still thinking about that steady breathing pattern as we start to get moving. Again, you are welcome to start moving your feet. We're going to change the direction of those circles. And we're going to continue for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the arms. All right, we're going to start stepping the feet. So again, you can choose to sit, you can choose to stand, and then I'm going to get you just to start exaggerating the arm swing. So I'll show from both stands or both states. We're just starting to swing those arms one after the other. Good. We're still thinking about deepening our inhale, lengthen the exhale. Excellent. Then we're going to start moving the arms side to side as we continue stepping our feet.
Hi.
So remember, there's a couple ways to influence intensity.
Okay, I'll see.
The faster we move, the more intense it is. The greater the range of motion. So example here would be lifting the knees higher is going to make it more intense. And then number of limbs moving. So our goal is to keep it lower intensity. We're just warm it up. Good. All right, we're going to add in a side step here. So side step, feet together. Good. Seated, you are welcome to move your feet side to side. Or if you prefer to just tap a foot out to the side, that feels more comfortable for you, you're welcome to do that as well. Deepen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. So a 2 to 3 second pattern is usually a pretty good one to follow. So think about breathing in, 2, maybe 3, out, 2, maybe 3. Good. So as we are stepping our feet side to side, we're going to start circling our hands. So I'll show the seated and standing, circle to step. Circle to step. Good. Remember, you are in control. This is your exercise class. And this is how we get everybody to feel like it is doable and that they're here for some exercise, find that balance together. So circle and step, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake out the arms. All right, now we're going to start staying in one spot and tapping the toe out to the side. So we're staying in one spot, tap the toe out to the side. And then if you would like to add in some arm movement, we can push either one hand or both at a time. So we're staying in the same spot and just tapping our toe out to the side. So again, as we're starting to move more and more, we're maintaining that breathing pattern. Can we breathe in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. There we go. Excellent. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax there. Awesome. We're going to start lifting our heels to our bum. So bending the knee behind your body. You are welcome to have balance support. And if you're choosing to stand, I highly recommend having balance support within grabbing distance, regardless of if you use it or not. It's there if needed. If we're seated, the feet are just in front of you. We're pulling one back at a time. Because everything we do, you can sit or stand. You are in control. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax there. All right, we're going to get our feet kind of hip width apart. Have your hands where is most comfortable for you. And we're going to do some partial knee bends. We're just going to bend the knees to where is comfortable for you. Pushing the bum back behind you. Push through the feet to stand up tall. So bend through the knees and then push through the feet. If we're seated, the goal is to lean forward slightly and think about just pushing your feet down into the ground and then relax. So we lean forward that little bit, push the feet down into the ground and then relax. Good. You got seated and standing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Good work, everybody. All right, we're going to do a little bit of balance as part of our warm-up today as well. Remember, if you're seated, you can have just one leg up from a seated position and focus on keeping your hips still. From this standing position, we're just going to do a 3-touch balance. So on one foot, I'm going to touch my foot in front of me. I'm going to touch it out to the side, and I'm going to touch it in behind. And then we repeat in front, back, to side, back, and touch behind. Now you are in control. The further you reach, the more off balance you will feel, the more challenging it'll be. So find something that feels a little bit challenging, but does not feel like you are going to fall over. Okay? With standing on one foot, if that foot gets really fatigued, what I'd encourage you to do is try to do 2, 3, or 4 repetitions and then change feet. But we are going to do one more round together, and then I will cue to change feet. So forwards, side, and back, and change feet. We've got forward, touch, a side touch, and behind, forward, side, behind. There we go. Good. More again, if your leg gets fatigued standing on one foot for a bit of time, you feel free to switch it out earlier. And I'm going to count out one more round of the 3 forwards, side, and behind. And then relax, shake out the hips. Brilliant work, everybody. All right, we're going to do just a little bit more get into a little bit more cardio. And then we'll do a couple strength intervals today. So for the next bit, we're going to try to go for a little bit longer of a time. So stay in control of your breathing, rest as needed. Okay, we're going to go for about a minute and then a 30-second rest. But you are welcome to, if you can't continue moving for that full minute, that is okay to rest earlier. Okay, all right. So what we're going to do is, if you are standing, have that balance support within grabbing distance. We have that invisible log beside us. You choose how high that log is. The higher the invisible log, the harder this will be. And we are stepping side to side. Side to side. Timer starts now. Good. Seated. Can have a log on either side. So it's lift and touch. Bring it back in, and then I'd lift and touch out the other side, okay? So again, everything that we do, you choose. Are you doing it seated or are you doing it standing? You always have both options. You decide what's best for you. Good work, team. So side to side, stepping up over the log. We are halfway. Just past halfway. So again, the higher the log, the harder it is. You are in charge of how high that log is. You're in charge of how quickly you step. You are in control. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We rest. We've got 30 seconds. We've got our standing recovery position. If you would like hands on chair, hands on thigh. And then we've got our seated recovery position from hands or forearms. The goal is just to deepen the inhale and lengthen the exhale through pursed lips. The next movement that we'll be doing is marching, and we're going to do a couple arm movements as we go. 3, 2, 1, and we're marching. So again, you're in control of how high those knees lift. All right, so we're gonna do a little pattern with the arms as we march. We're gonna get one arm swinging forwards and one arm swinging to the side, and then we
Sure, we are.
There we are, a little bit of coordination. One arm in front, one arm to the side. As we march and we breathe, we're at the halfway mark. Good, steady breathing as we go. 3, 2, 1, rest. So this is we catch our breath, breathing out through pursed lips. You're in control. Our next movement, just to demo it, will be a crossover step. So we cross over, step, step, cross over, step, step. You can also choose to just go side to side. Seated, it'll be a cross, uncross. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If you are seated, it's cross, uncross, cross, uncross. If you're standing, it's a cross, step, step, cross, step, step. You've got your balance support as needed. Good, we're halfway. Remember, you're in control. Keep up that breathing. Like we're line dancing together. Did you know you had joined dance class 101? Last couple seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. We're catching our breath. Let's breathe in and out through pursed lips. Find the recovery position that works best for you. Good. Okay, the next one, we're going to be stepping in place, and we're going to bend the arms, push the arms, bring them back, and then we're going to press the arms up to either ear or above head is your choice. So it's a curl, press, or push, sorry, and then a press. Okay, ready and go. So you can choose to keep your feet still. If you're feeling a bit short of breath, you want to focus on just the arms. That is more than okay. You are in charge. We maintain that breathing pattern as we go. So it's a curl, it's a push, and it's a press. Good. Curl, push, and press. Curl, push, and press. Fantastic, team. Keep up your breathing. And we've got 3, 2, 1, and rest. We find that recovery position, seated or standing. We breathe in, 2, maybe 3, and out, 2, maybe 3. In and out. Breathing out through pursed lips as best we can. Okay, we've got one last movement pattern that we'll do together. And this one is a side step and either lift the knee and arm or touch across. Side step and then up or across. Side step, up or side step, across. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. If we're seated, it's a tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap to the side, then lift. Tap to the side, then lift. Good. Remember, you're in control. You just do what you can. Maintain that breathing pattern as we go. We're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. And some of you might be thinking, there's no way I can breathe that slowly while I'm exercising. That's okay, then it's just an inhale, exhale through pursed lips. Inhale, exhale through pursed lips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax there, everybody. Good. Remember that pursed lip exhale, like we're blowing out a line of candles. Good. Excellent. And we just work on steadily deepening the inhale and lengthening the exhale as we catch our breath more and more. That was a bit different today. We haven't done that yet this series. Good work. As we catch our breath, no. Did you not like it? How are we doing? Let's do a quick thumb check. Thumbs up is I'm doing good. Energy's good. Breathing's good. Sideways is I'm okay. I'm doing fine, but I'm feeling short of breath or low energy. Downward sum is I am not good, and you should be talking to me at that point. Okay. All right. Good. All right, well, I'm going to count us out a couple breaths, and then we're going to transition into some blocks of exercise today. So we're going to do 3 exercises in a block. One exercise is going to work our muscles and our lungs. It's going to be really tough. And then the other 2 exercises are going to be less challenging, slower, and just really focusing on the muscle, but giving the chance for us to breathe. Hopefully it'll balance out. Okay, let's do 3 breaths together. I'm going to count 3 seconds for the inhale, exhale, but feel free to do what feels best for you. Let's inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Now, if you need a bit longer with that breath work, feel free to stay in your recovery position, focus on your recovery breathing. That's more than okay. But our next block of 3 exercises, right, not the band yet. Number 1 is our sit to stance. And that's going to be, everything's going to be time-based. So it's time-based. We're going to do 30 seconds of sit to stance. So you're in control of how many sit to stands you can do in 30 seconds. You can add weight to increase the intensity. You can try to do as many as you safely can in 30 seconds to increase the intensity. And remember, we always have the seated option where we're focusing on just pushing our feet down through the ground, like we're trying to break a hole through our floor, and then we relax, pushing the feet down, then relax. So 30 seconds of sit to stance, then we sit. From there, we're going to then have 30 seconds with our band. We're going to put the band around our thighs. And we're going to pull the knees apart and back. Now, this is one you do not have to use a band. If you want to just focus on squeezing your glutes and pulling the knees apart, the band just adds resistance, so it increases the intensity. You are in charge. And then from there, we're going to take the band. And we have two options here. We're either going to pull the band apart, or my sore shoulder, sore neck people, we're going to bend the elbows and we're going to pull the shoulder blades back. So it's that little bit of a movement. It's like we're going in for a stretch, right? We stretch, but it's with the band. Okay, so a little bit of tension there. 30 seconds of each. Boy, oh boy. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Sit to stands, 30 seconds. I just encourage you to try to not use your hands on thighs. If you need to, that is okay. Remember, by getting a little more forward can take pressure off of cranky knees. If your knees are sore today, feel free to try to get your hips doing more of the work. 3, 2, 1, and then we rest. You get a chance to catch your breath. Okay, so let's do 2 breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. You can maintain that as long as needed. But exercise number 2 was we grabbed our, if you're using the band, grab it, we wrap it around our thighs. And then we squeeze the glutes to pull the knees apart and back in. 30 seconds. Let's go. Squeeze the glutes to pull the knees apart. Squeeze the glutes to pull the knees apart. Good. Let's maintain that breathing pattern so you can exhale as you pull the knees apart. Inhale to bring it back in. Exhale. Inhale back in. Good. And 3, 2, 1. We rest. Take the band to your hands. And this is where you could use that towel or a belt just to pull against a little bit. And it's either long arms or bent arms. Ready, and pull apart. So just open up. So pull the shoulder blades together a little bit. Good. Be a tough movement. Think about that stretch, or you can do long arms. Pull the band apart. Goal is just to pull where it's comfortable for you. And comfort doesn't necessarily mean easy, but it means we don't feel like we're straining using our neck. We can lower the hands down to reduce strain on a sore neck. 3, 2, 1, and then relax. So you get a little bit of time there. Put the band to the side. Before we redo those 3 exercises, this is where we get thinking, okay, was that challenging and was it doable? If it felt really challenging and not quite doable, we need to think about how are we going to adapt the next set so it's more doable? And if it felt really doable and not really challenging, we're thinking about how can I make the next set more challenging? So remember, I gave you those different ways to influence intensity. And we're going to go, I'm going to give us, let's do 2 breaths and then we'll start. So breathe in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. We're getting ready for those sit to stands. Ready and go. Sit to stands. Maintaining that breathing. Remember, it's helpful to breathe out on effort. So breathing out as we stand. We can also stay seated, pushing our feet down into the ground and then relax. Good. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. If anyone's checking their time, I did sneakily change it to 40 seconds of rest and 20 or work and 20 seconds of rest because it was easier to keep count. Get your stretchy band. We're putting it around the legs. 3, 2, 1. We squeeze the glutes and pull the knees apart. If you don't have a band, you're welcome to just pull those knees apart and bring them back in. Or you could put your hands on the outsides of the thighs and have a little battle between hands and knees. It's just important that we get in control of our breathing. Good. Last couple seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Take the stretchy band. Now we've got it in our hands. We're thinking long or short arms, whatever feels best for our bodies. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1, and full apart. So we can keep the band level with chest. We can lower it down. Keep the elbows bent and open up, pulling through the shoulder blades. Remember, it's helpful to exhale on effort. Inhale to reset. Exhale on effort. Inhale to reset. Exhale. Inhale. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Brilliant. Get a little bit longer of a rest here, and then we're gonna do one final round. Just what you wanted to hear. How exciting, everybody. All right, let's do 2 breaths. We're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. If you need longer time here, please go for it. Sit to stand in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Remember that exhale on effort. 15 seconds left. It's all about doing what you can. Excellent. 3, 2, 1, rest. That next exercise will be the stretchy band around the legs. Or just using your hands, or just thinking about squeezing the glutes. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oops. Squeeze the glutes, pull the knees apart. Good. Squeeze the glutes, pull the knees apart. It's helpful to exhale as we pull. Inhale to reset. Exhale to pull. Inhale to reset. Exhale to pull. Inhale to reset. You are in charge of the intensity. You control the speed. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. And then we've got our one final round. I promise I won't make you repeat this again. It's our first, no, not our first time doing 3 sets. All right, full arms or bent arms, and go. So bent arms, we can pull apart, pulling through the shoulder blades. Like we're doing a nice big morning stretch. Or long arms, pulling apart. Exhale to pull, inhale to bring it back. Remember, even if you're doing long arms, you do not have to do full range. Maybe you pull partway, pause, and then relax.
Could you
Lots
show
of
us,
ways.
could you show us the one for the elbows up?
Yep,
Oh, just like that. Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Yeah, so bent arms, you can pull apart. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Relax. Do I dare do a thumb check? How are we doing, team? Thumbs up, I'm feeling good. Breathing's good. Awesome. Sideways is I'm doing fine. Just need a bit short of breath or a bit low energy. Okay, good. I haven't seen any down thumbs. If you do feel like a thumbs down, make sure you're talking to me. Good. All right, so that was one block. We have a second block of 3 exercises each, which I'm sure you're absolutely thrilled to hear about. That's right. When faced with a challenge, we cheer. All right, I'll show you the 3 and then we'll kind of get into it. The first exercise, we're going to do our hip hinge. And this is a bit of a slower movement, but more through the backs of the legs. If we're doing it seated, I would like feet and knees wide apart. And the goal is to stay up tall. And the goal is to move through the hips. So you want it to feel a little bit pinchy at the front of the hips, maybe a bit of a stretch through those adductors or inner thighs. But that tells us that we are not rounding. If we round, it takes pressure off. We want to be up tall. If you're choosing to do it standing, the motion is like I'm closing a drawer with my bum. So I push my bum back. I can have my knees a little bit bent. And it's like I'm going to just touch down below my knees and then come back up. So I'm wanting to feel a bit of a stretch down the back of my legs. Push the bum back, reach just below the knees. It's like I'm going to go pick up a heavy box. Okay, and then up. You are welcome to add a weight if that feels best for you. I didn't ask you to grab weights today. We're just practicing the movement pattern. So we'll go with that. All right, seated or standing. Oh no, sorry. Exercise number 2. Right from that, we're going to go into either wall push-ups. You can use either the back of the chair for some partial push-ups, or you can use a wall space if you have it. Or you have the option of putting the band around your back and pressing the band out in front of you into a chest press. So a banded chest press, similar to that push-up movement. Okay, this one we're going to aim for a little bit more power. So a little bit more breath work where we're trying to push forward fast, come back a little slower. Okay. The last exercise from there is we're going to have the band just underneath your bum. And you can do this with weights as well, but it's like we're going to come up and pull the band up. So I've got my hands down by my side and then I pull up and together. I can bend the elbows slightly. It's like we're going to go in for an uppercut. Good. So that'll be exercise number 3. So we're starting with that hip hinge in 15 seconds, just based on the timer. So you decide if you're seated or standing. Remember that movement is pushing the bum back and then standing up tall. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. This is to catch our breath. This movement here, it's a tough movement, especially got tight legs, but pretend we're closing a drawer and then come back up. Close a drawer and back up. Good, stay in control. It's really easy to round through the back, but we want chest up tall. So from shoulders to hips, we're in that straight line. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So either our standing wall push-up or grab your band, goes around the back. Remember, it can be over top of the arm. I just personally hate that, so I put it under. There's no right or wrong. 3, 2, 1. We push and we bring back, and we push. So we try to have a slightly different tempo where we push those arms out in front and slowly bring it back. This is our more challenging for the lungs exercise. So we do want to get our heart rate up a little bit, maybe huffing and puffing a wee bit. So exhale as we push, if that's helpful. This is also one you could do without the band and just push however many times you can. I've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest there. We're catching our breath. Still need that stretchy band. It does work best if you sit for this one, because putting it just underneath the bum kind of gets it at the right angle. And then when you're ready, hands are here, and we pull forwards and slightly up. Let's go. Exhale, pull forwards and slightly up. Good. If that feels uncomfortable for any reason, you are welcome to go just into a bicep curl, where we're just focused on curling through or bending the elbow. So it is important to listen to your body. Not all exercises are for everybody. Sometimes we have to change it up so that it feels best for our body. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. Those 3 exercises. How do we feel? Okay. There we go. Your thumbs say one thing, but your smiles say another. Awesome. Well, our goal is to get through 2 more rounds and then just stretch. So if at any point something didn't feel quite right for you, please feel free to change it up. Please feel free to ask questions. But as for right now, I'm going to count us through 3 breaths, and then we'll get ready to get going for round 2. Okay. So we're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, and relax. We're getting ready for those hip hinges in 3, 2, 1, and go. I'm going to show the seated version this round. You can have hands crossed, you can have hands straight down, whatever kind of helps you visualize it better. We're going slow. We're being really conscientious and aware of this exercise, of this movement pattern. So you really want to get in the habit of bending through the hips. You can pause and pull yourself back up. Good. 3, 2, 1, rest. We're getting ready for those wall push-ups or the seated chest press. And we're going in 3, 2, 1, and push. Good. So a little more intense if you're doing the band chest press. Let's try to push a little bit quicker and come back a little slower. Doing those push-ups, those are going to be more challenging typically. So just keep in line with your breathing, breathing out as you push, and stay in control. Great work, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Relax. That band can slide down to just underneath your bum. And then we're getting ready to pull up and to the middle. 3, 2, 1. We're pulling those hands up into the middle and back down. Good. Like we're slowly trying to get people going. Come on. Come on. Pull those hands up into the middle, back, control. Remember, you are welcome to bend through the elbows. And then you just think about kind of punching up, pulling that elbow in front of you. If you'd like to do a bicep curl, because the shoulders or your back don't like the pull, you could always do one arm at a time. Lots of different ways we can accomplish something. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good work, team. We've got one final round and then it's stretch time. Okay, let's count out 2 breaths together. Breathe in. 2, 3, out. 2, 3. In. 2, 3, out. 2, 3. We're gonna get started with our hip hinges in 3, 2, 1, and go. So pressing those hips back and then pushing through the feet, squeezing your glutes, pulling yourself back up. So down and up. Press the hips back. Feel a bit of a stretch through the back of the legs. If you're seated, you tend to feel it more through adductors or inner thighs or through front of hip. Feels a bit pinchy. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're getting ready for our push-ups or banded chest press. And 3, 2, 1, push. This is our last round. We're doing on the banded chest press. I would encourage a little bit of a quicker push and then control, bring it back and then push. We're still in control, but that little bit of power can challenge our cardio a little bit more and our nervous system. Good work, team. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Slide the band down just under the bum. This is our final exercise, and then we stretch. Woohoo! Good. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and pull. So you can either pull the band up. And notice it's not straight arm. I've kind of turned my palm. So I'm kind of leading with the kind of meat of my thumb to come up into the middle. So it's up into the middle. You're welcome to bend through the elbow, shorten the lever so it's a little more doable. You can do one arm at a time. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. We're going to put the band to the side. We're going to give ourselves a quick pat on the back. Good. That was quite a lot compared to the last couple of weeks. We really ramped it up today. Well done. Yes, you can pat your other back too. You can pat your one back and then your other back. All right, I'm going to count out 3 breaths and then we'll kind of get into stretching. So find a recovery position that feels good for you. We're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, and relax. Good. Let's pull an arm across our body. We're gonna go. We're gonna hold that arm and then fold it. And while we get into our stretching and cool down, I just want to remind you it's the perfect time to ask questions. A good chance for us to kind of connect with each other. So you are welcome to unmute and ask away. And change arms. How does everyone feel?
Good.
Good. And change, hands on hips. Gently pull those elbows back, and then you can really gently lift the chin to where it's comfortable for you. So we're going to inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, exhale to relax, and then one more round. So then we're going to repeat, pulling the elbows back, gently lift the chin, inhale, hold this position as we exhale, inhale, and then exhale, relax. Take one hand, bring it across to your shoulder. Other hand goes in behind, either on hip or in behind to the back. And we're just gently tilt our head away from this hand. Tilt the head away from your visible hand. All of our stretching should feel quite gentle. It should feel like you can relax into it, not like you're holding on for dear life. And you can really slowly change sides. So hand comes across, other hand to hip, or in behind. Tilt the head away from that visible hand. And then slowly relax out of that. We're going to straighten one leg, toes up, heel is on the ground. We're going to bend through the hips to reach down towards our toes. Any questions about the exercises we did today, team?
So I was noticing when you do sitting exercises, your back is not to the back of the chair. I tend to lean on the chair because my lower back is very painful. But I think it's a different exercise then. So by sitting, not leaning against the back, what would be the difference in terms of exercise?
That's a great question. So I tend to show with my back not touching for 2 reasons. One, if my back is not supported, my core has to work a little harder to keep me upright. The second reason, we're going to change legs, by the way, so everybody change legs. The second reason is that I actually have short legs compared to my tall torso. So if I'm all the way back, it puts a little bit, my hamstrings are a little tight to rest my feet fully. So I feel like that pulls on my back more. If you do have a sore lower back, I would recommend one of two things that you can try, because sometimes seated exercise can actually be a lot harder on the lower back, especially lifting the knees up. So what I would get you to do is to either sit on a cushion, so that rather than being at this 90-degree angle, we're actually up a little bit. Or I'd get you to sit forward a little bit so you have a little more moving room, and have a cushion or two behind you so that you can still lean back on it. Does that make sense?
Excellent. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you are so welcome. But yeah, and the more, like, you can, I think you guys can see this. You can see like the seat of the chair is almost at the crease of my knee. So there's not a lot of room to move. So I really have to lift up higher to get more clearance, versus if I sit a little more forward, I do have a little more freedom of movement through the legs. So, but yeah, backs can be tricky. That's for sure. We are going to change stretches. You can fold the leg across the shin, and then you can pull it up to wherever is comfortable for you. Recently, some people were talking about they find this uncomfortable, but they're not quite able to get the leg up. We're welcome to use a belt or a towel to kind of hold the leg there, rather than trying to straining to keep it up. Whatever works best for you. So that was a really excellent question. Do we have another question from anybody?
Squeezing your glutes help you with continence?
It depends. And I say it depends because to kind of help with the symptom of incontinence, some people need to strengthen their pelvic floor muscles, and some people actually have chronically tight pelvic floor muscles and need to help them relax. So for some people, tightening up is better, and for some people, they need to relax. I am not, it's not really my area. Change legs. I'm not able to tell you, I don't have any tips and tricks to tell you which is which. I could just recommend like a pelvic floor specialist physio. Talk to your GP, or if you have a urologist, if they have any insights on whether tightening it would be better or helping it relax more would be better.
Okay.
If you have a bad back, especially lower back,
Mhm.
can you ride a stationary bike?
Some people, it is not inherently bad for the back.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just say that first. There's not many movements that are bad for you. There's just, what is your body tolerant of right now?
Okay.
So for some people, a recumbent bike where you sit and the pedals are more in front of you. Some people with back pain find this to be a really good position for them. And some people, because it's seated, find it to be more aggravating. So if you find that sitting tends to aggravate your back, a recumbent bike may be more likely to be aggravating versus an upright bike. Some people find that stack position as they pedal down, they have no back behind them, to be more comfortable. And then some people find that by leaning forward, it puts more pressure on their lower back. I would
Just try it.
as like a loose gauge, it's not going to hurt anything. Unless you have like really severe stenosis and you've been told to really be aware of certain positions. We're just going to drop a leg back behind us, team. It's always worth trying. A rule of thumb is if your back tends to get more sore seated, I would more recommend trying an upright bike. And if your back tends to get more sore while standing, it might be, and feels relieved with sitting, I would recommend more attempting to try a recumbent bike. Yeah.
Okay, what about your upper back between your shoulder blades? That's where mine really hurts.
Yeah, that's a tricky one and it's pretty common with pulmonary conditions. Because with those pulmonary conditions, we tend to get a bit more rounded and tight, which does pull on that upper back. Let's change legs. Leg back behind you. So different stretching, like even without the band, practicing this movement, whether you're kind of sitting on a chair, we just kind of open up that gentle stretch. The cat cow that we practiced at the beginning, those were all really good stretches and movements for that upper back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. All right, we'll just finish off with one last deep breath. So take in the biggest, deepest breath you have all day. Do whatever you want with your arms. And then steadily exhale. And then we shake it out. Thank you so much for coming today, everybody. Really wonderful to see you all.
Very much.
Good class.